Watch Transit TV right now.
Keep watching Transit TV.
Thank you, sir.
Set pieces.
Yeah, a lot has been said about it. I followed the BBC commentary. Somebody wrote in and said that that if not for the two set pieces, Arsenal would not have won the game. Arsenal did not create anything. That it just depended on two set pieces, and it was the Arsenal did not come with any proper game plan to win. People are going to interpret it in different ways, especially once it has to do with us.
Transit TV, welcome back again. It was always going to be a big one and interesting. Anytime United Arsenal play, form or no form, if you are a loyalist of EPL, you always know that this one can go either way. But Mikel Arteta, since he arrived at Arsenal at the Emirates, he's been having a good one against United at the Emirates, especially. I think the last United coach to win at the Emirates was Jose Mourinho. So that tells you how long ago it's been that United got an away win over Arsenal. And this, if you have been following Arsenal for a long time, you know that is a big step. I remember when the story was Arsenal doesn't win against the big six. Arteta now, I think 6 meetings at the Emirates, he has won 4, drawn 1 and lost 1, I think, both home and away. So it was an interesting one, and United, for me, under Amorim, he should hold his head high. And in fact, I've been looking for time to do something on Amorim because there is a lot to unpack. The way I said at United, there's so many things to talk about, but today we're going to stay on the game. Ugo, my brother, you are welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks, Reggie. Great to be back on Transit. It's been a minute, and I'm happy.
Yeah. Good to see you, bro. I know you've been dealing with some personal issues out there, and I hope and pray that things get sorted out soon so that we can have more time on the studio as usual. So many games.
Absolutely.
And it's quite interesting that there is no longer business end to the season EPL. 14 games into the season is like this. The league is going to
end. We're already at the business end, yes.
3 weeks. So because there is so much at stake, there are so many teams now doing well that if you lose track right now, forget about business end. That's a waste of time. So in fact, this is now a business beginning. So let's pack this one. And before we start, our viewers, don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. If you're new around here, we have so much to talk about. It's an interesting place to be. Like and share this video as well as we unpack this one. Yes, today it was only going to be a tricky one. Personally, for me, I had a strong feeling that Arsenal would win, but I didn't feel it was going to be what we've been doing, scoring 3, 4, 5 goals. It panned out that way. What was important today was Arsenal got the 3 points because Liverpool had dropped 3 points, 2 points midway into this game. So for me, it was even if it was 1 goal, 1-0 to the Arsenal, 3 maximum points. And Chelsea won as well. So there was no way Arsenal shouldn't win this one. I don't know, aside emotions, how did you see this one?
Yes. Prior to the game, just like you, maybe you were not as nervous as I was. I was nervous. Mainly because I know Ruben Amorim to be a very good coach. And I know that United have very good players. That is an established fact. Yeah, the problem that United have is probably squad imbalance in certain positions. But as for the players that they have very good players. So I expected them Amorim to set them up pretty well. I know how Arsenal fought tooth and nail against Sporting Lisbon and how difficult those games, against Amorim-led teams were last year. So I expected that he would, bring his smart and his high IQ, coaching IQ to bear.
Yeah, talking about squad imbalance and good players. There are 2 players today. If there was any kind of nerves in me going into this game, Garnacho and Marcus Rashford, because of their pace and the way United used to play. I don't know. Both played one half each, but there's nothing to offer. I don't know. What did you make of Rashford and Garnacho today?
The person I actually was quite nervous about was Amad Diallo. I wasn't as nervous about Garnacho because for me, Garnacho is not as efficient as Diallo is. So I expected he has space and all that, but from what I've seen in front of goal in the final third, he tends to make less than adequate.
Like Martinelli sometimes.
He's not as smart. Yes, like Martinelli sometimes, exactly. He's not quite as efficient as he's supposed to be with the kind of opportunities he gets. So Rashford, for me, is always a threat against Arsenal because he always scores against us.
Yeah.
So him being dropped for me was a good one. Then playing Mason Mount in place of Amad Diallo from the right wing, I thought played to Arsenal's advantage. Though Mason Mount, I guess, was put there for his energy and his pressing and his ball carrying ability. So yeah, so it was a very balanced game overall. United should hold their heads high. Amorim just got here, so it's going to take a minute for his guys to get up to speed to what he wants them to do, and it's going to take a minute too for him to recruit the players that will execute his ideas pretty well. But credit to those that played today. I thought they set up pretty well. I thought they played with energy. I thought they played with focus because first half they nullified Arsenal completely. Arsenal did not get going at all. Credit to the likes of Mazraoui. I thought he was superb. Dalot played really well. I thought, they gave, what's his name, the captain, Fernandez, they gave him enough chance to, make hay in the first half. He didn't quite take up all those opportunities. But for me, standout player in the first half was Mazraoui. Though he fouled Arsenal players a whole lot, but he was really good.
Yeah, it took too long before the referee got out the first yellow card and he went to not even Mazraoui with somebody else. And like you rightly highlighted there, for me, Mazraoui was man of the match for United. He was all over the place. And Ugarte is just a breaker. That guy, if they get the right combination with him in that midfield, United midfield will sort it out very soon. And talking about Bruno, I think the problem with Bruno is he was placed next to Ugarte, and from there to where the attacking phase of the game is far. So Bruno doesn't have that energy to be going and coming back defensive position to get the ball and transit. So you could see second half he tired out. He could barely move, and he's the creative hub for United. So yeah, that was one of the problems that they had in the first half because they stayed compact, and Bruno was a little bit quite far away from the attacking goal for Arsenal. Against Arsenal, so it was a little bit too far for him to. And the way they set up, players like Haaland, Rashford, Garnacho, they thrive on the counter. They thrive on playing on the shadow of the last defender. But that's not how Amorim wants to play. So I think that's one of the reasons why they struggled because they were looking for the balls to run into, and those balls were not coming because the way they were building up, that wasn't the plan. And Arsenal was very, very intelligent today. Not having Gabriel in that defense like this, Zinchenko and Kivio, they had to be some kind of caution. And that was what Arsenal did in the first half. And maybe United had expected Arsenal to come out all guns blazing, but Arsenal kind of was conservative for the first half. Then second half, they came out a little bit more and apply pressure. Yeah, again, set piece FC and 2 goals from set piece. Arsenal has now scored 26 goals in the league, and I think 30 in all competition the last since the beginning of last season, more than any other club in Europe. I don't know, what have you made of this efficiency that Arsenal has in set pieces?
Yeah, a lot has been said about it. I followed the BBC commentary. Somebody wrote in and said that if not for the 2 set pieces, Arsenal would not have won the game. Arsenal did not create anything. That it just depended on 2 set pieces, and it was that Arsenal did not come with any proper game plan to win. people are going to interpret it in different ways. Especially once it has to do with Arsenal, there's always going to be something to attribute whatever Arsenal wins, whatever win they get. There's going to be something to attribute it to. Either the opponent made a mistake, or the opponent wasn't ready to play, or and all that. So set piece is a new blame game for Arsenal. I mean, if they score set piece, is now it's now a problem, but it's a score from corners. But what I've studied this stuff, I've looked at it over and over and over, and I think it's incredible that the team has a plan B. I'm thinking if I were a non-Arsenal fan, it would be very annoying to me. I can understand it. It would be very annoying that when they get a set piece, your heart will start pumping. Like, these guys always will take advantage of set pieces. And you see them doing the same things. Previous season, it was all about Arsenal blocking the goalkeeper. It's illegal to do that. Yeah. Now they don't block the goalkeepers anymore.
And they
still find a way to score goals. So it will be a matter of just studying it, figuring out how to prevent that first ball from getting to an Arsenal player. I think it's homework for the other EPL teams. Well, credit to Arsenal for putting in the work and the training ground and being able to execute so efficiently.
Yeah, like you said, it's quite unbelievable and very remarkable as well. For over and over, you know exactly what's coming, and it still comes. It's just like Mo Salah scoring goals. He just know that he's going to score, but somehow he can't just stop him from scoring. I don't know, because I was looking at it just like you said. What do you do? I think it's a matter of efficiency, both for the guys that take the Rice and Bukayo Saka, and again how they attack the game. Because in that position as a defending team, you really it can be proactive. Really, you can only be strong in defending because you don't know what they're going to do, so you have to react to what they are doing. So you just like Van Dijk scores a lot of corner kicks as well. So you can only react to what the delivery brings, and sometimes those runs you can't preempt them. You only have to watch and see what the players want to do. And they have a way of deceiving you because 8 players, everybody is moving. So how do you preempt where they are moving to? You can't. So now it just depends on if the delivery is not right or you're lucky to be in the right place at the right time, then you defend it. So it's really a remarkable thing for Arsenal to invent. And coming from a team that people used to say was a soft team, people were scoring corner kicks and goal kicks against us. All of a sudden, Arsenal now is a team that scores set pieces. So let's talk about Arsenal a little bit, how they approach this game. Like I said earlier on, it wasn't a slow start, but it wasn't one of the strong stars you will see from Arsenal at the Emirates. And but I'm going to highlight a few players. I want to talk about Odegaard. I want to talk about Jurgen Timber and Kivio and Zinchenko that came into this game. Normally, before any game, I look at the lineup. I try to understand what the coach is trying to do. So once I saw Kivio and Zinchenko, I felt it was going to be a weak link for United to attack from. But personally, I feel, it wasn't. So let me hear from you before. Let me not preempt your thoughts.
I thought Kivio was incredible. Kivio thoroughly impressed me today. Losing Gabriel, both offensively and defensively, is a big problem, right? So because of the authority with which he defends and his passing, Gabriel's passing is underrated. Having watched him play for Brazil, I've seen that guy is a really, really good passer.
He's a baller. For me, he's the most improved player in Arsenal. I used to panic playing out from back when the ball is with him, but not again.
Yeah. So that was how I panicked today about Kivio's passing from the back, but Kivio was very good. Zinchenko more and more is not my. I mean, this guy is a very good player, but the tendency to try to do stuff that is not necessary.
He was very strong.
It irritates the heck out of me.
But he was very strong defensively, almost all first half.
He was.
Until that one time. That was mad.
He was no, it's not that one time. It's not only that one time. It's not only that one. I watch that guy more than I watch any other player. Because my heart is always in my mouth with him. Just keep things simple. progress the ball like you know how to.
But
Why are you trying
there's
to?
something you need to understand too. Sorry to cut you short. You know, you remember when he just joined him and Gabriel Jesus, right? He has this ability to tease players to come onto him and create. So probably
It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. He's now become a weakness. He used to be a strength, just like Jesus used to be, a strength. He's just now become a weakness. So they need to clean up their act. I mean, he came into this game today. I was nervous. I was hoping he will allay my fears. He did very well in the first half. I give him credit for that because he kept it taking, kept it simple. You see him, go watch him in the first half. You see that he will release the ball, move. Second half, he got the ball 2 or 3 times. I saw him trying to be fanciful or trying to hold on to the ball and drag his player.
Yeah, there was one that Diallo was almost on a counter that he managed to just nick. Yeah, I remember that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just keep it simple. You're a good player, for goodness sake. And you don't have pace. And they brought on somebody to exploit your weakness. Don't give the person that chance. Release that ball on time. Having said that, I would give him, if I were to rate him, Zinchenko today, I'd probably give him a 6. Because I thought he did well.
He did very well. And the Odegaard boy, Odegaard, man, that boy in half spaces all around, just an artist. I don't dictate his confidence level. And now, most of the time, we talk about his artistry, but his press ability. There was one time Saka lost the ball on one half of the pitch, on one side of the pitch. Odegaard ran almost 25 meters and closed down the person that won the ball off Saka. And I'm like, what kind of creative player? Normally creative players don't have that kind of engine. They just rely on you give them the ball, they create. But Odegaard is pressing, he's tackling, and he's creating chances. The only thing that is left for him now is to have the confidence to be shooting. I think he should be shooting more. Just like what he does, but he can't have it all with just one player.
Yeah, for me, he wasn't one of my favorites today. Odegaard, for me, he did not play well today. Honestly, I thought he worked hard, no doubt. He worked hard, helped us with the press, but with the ball at his feet, Odegaard wasn't his sharp, incisive, usual self. He dallied on the ball a bit too, So with him and Saka, they did not really have their sharpest of games.
Yeah. Saka didn't have a quiet game. Saka had a quiet game for me.
Yeah. So the people I will give, I would say really they stood up today. Saliba was incredible. Raya.
Yeah, David Raya
was very good.
Plus the save that he made too.
David Raya was very good. And the save he made too. So yeah, Odegaard today, there were 1 or 2 times that I expected Odegaard to maybe take more initiative like he usually does, run the show. But I saw that he was targeted. He was targeted especially by Ogate and Mazraoui.
That's right.
The tackling was really, really tough on him.
Yeah, I was actually rating him as Arsenal best player on the pitch. For me, it was between Partey and Saliba. Saliba took responsibility today. Once Gabriel is not there, he knew that he needed to do more. And he was the leader from behind.
Yes.
Then Partey was flawless. Apart from one time that he miscontrolled the ball, all that 90 minutes, even until the time he was moved to the right side of the defense, you would think that Rashford would run over him. But still, with his positioning and intelligence, he was able to curtail Rashford. So for me, if we're going to give
I thought Timber played better. You see, people watch with different lenses. Timber for me played better than Partey today.
Yeah, sometimes people are their own problem. Timber has become so consistent that you don't even whatever he does, you don't really put.
You don't give him credit anymore.
Yeah, because it's not what you expect from him. Every time he steps on the pitch. Of course, Timber.
What an asset! What an asset that player is, man.
Yeah,
what an asset.
Now I see why
he finished the game at left back.
Yeah, he's switched.
Can you imagine?
He's switched. Yeah, the game today.
Reggie, I can't hear you.
You sure? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. It wasn't one of those games, you watch with, that was Arsenal was imposed themselves on United, but they did enough to keep United quiet and they managed the game. Once they got the first goal, second goal came in again. They managed the game all through. Tried to exploit spaces when they had it, but lack of efficiency from Martinelli as well today. I don't know that he needs to do some. He needs to do some growth. I don't know what's going on. Martinelli needs to grow up.
Martinelli,
Kayava still have the best of games. He was a little bit casual. I don't know.
Oh yes, you're right. Yes.
I don't know if it was the plan or he just, he was a little bit too casual for me. I mean, this is almost a get back to the title charge opportunity. You don't mess around with it. And with all the, Arsenal can lose to a smaller another team, it won't be a noise. If you lose to United or don't win United, it's going to be an added noise out there. So you needed to be on it today and get the game wrapped up. But they got the 2 goals, got the 3 points, and we'll move on to the next one. Yeah, anything to add before we go?
It was a wonderful game. I'm happy as an Arsenal fan, but I just want to encourage United fans that we should watch this show. You guys have a lot to look forward to. I think that, the EPL is going to be fire in the coming seasons. With the way Chelsea are playing, with Newcastle's potential, with Brighton's potential, with United. United, I think you've got a coach now that you guys should be happy about and excited about. The way they played today was impressive, all right? But Arsenal are a bit ahead in the journey, and it showed with the way they managed the second half and the way they took advantage of the set pieces. But United have nothing to be ashamed of. Honestly, I thought it was a well-balanced game. But a slightly more experienced and more equipped team came out winners.
Yeah, me too. Just exactly the same thing. Just like Mikel Arteta when he joined Arsenal, hearing him speak the first few weeks, I was in straight away. Listening to Amorim, I think United have got themselves some serious coach in their hands. And for our viewers, just to watch out for that video. There's going to be a video to look at him, comprehensively, the way he's trying to set up the team and what United needs to look out for and what they need to effectively, enjoy what he's trying to bring to the team. So United fans, get behind the team. Obviously, most of these players that you have right now are going to have to leave. And then he'll get some more players to get his ideas right in there, drill into the team and start churning out results. So that's that for that. But for Arsenal fans and the players, I mean, you took care of business today. That is what was the player of Arsenal today. I didn't need any fancy stuff. I just needed 3 points because I said Liverpool dropped points today. It was only going to be the only result Arsenal needed today was just to win this game, and they did that in not exacting too much energy. And the next 5 games that they have, if they are serious about winning the league this season or challenging for the league, they need to win their next 5 games. And I believe that with that, they're going to be right there behind Liverpool, because Liverpool have some very tricky games to come. So let's see how it goes. But nice to see you, and I will see you again next time. Ciao.
Yeah, same here, my brother. Look forward to the next show. Thank you.
Yes, sir.